makes me smile. Okay, welcome to our yoga class. It's so good to see everybody here tonight. Nice. My name is Michelle, and I always like to tell people that yoga is your practice. It's not my practice. So you can make the poses look like you need them to look like, and it's not like it's a competition or anything. I'll try to guide you through things that will not hurt the body, and if I see you doing something that I will maybe come over and say something, but otherwise, let's just relax and have fun. We'll start in any comfortable seated position you want and begin to listen to the sound of your breath so that you can quiet your mind. Think about every exhale releasing thoughts, worries, tasks. And we'll press our palms together at our heart center. Let our chin sink to the chest and set an intention for your practice. So just think about what brought you here tonight and what you hope to get out of your time on the mat. Lifting the head. Imagine that you have a string coming out of the crown of your head, lifting you up higher, straightening that back, stacking your shoulders right over top of your hips. Relax those knees. And as we inhale, we're going to lift the hands up to the sky. Exhale, open wide. Exhaling, controlled the whole time down. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, open wide. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Inhale all the way up. As you exhale, the left hand will come down to your mat and the right hand's going to reach up and over for a side stretch. Try to keep your shoulders nice and open. Maybe look towards the sky to help you do that. Keep that right hip heavy. And just keep relaxing your left elbow. As we rotate the shoulders to face the earth, we'll bring that right hand down and just gently walk out to the center. Try to get those hands out so that our back can be nice and straight. And then just relax the elbows as we forward fold. Let the neck loosen and the head hang heavy like a rag doll. As we extend the arms out in front of us a little bit again and come up on our fingertips, we'll continue walking over to the right side of the mat. Plant the right hand And left hand is going to reach up and over for your side stretch. With every exhale, try to just surrender a little bit more. And back up to center. Switch which foot we have in front. And we're going to go right into a spinal twist to the left. So twisting first from the waist, and then we add the ribs and shoulders. The right hand's going to come to the outside of the left knee. Left hand is back behind you, helping you to keep your back nice and tall. With your inhale, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, relax. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to come all the way through center and to the right. Left hand comes to the outside of that right knee. Inhale, release, back to the center. Walk the hands forward. Let the elbows sink towards the earth. Relax the neck and the head hangs heavy. Walk the hands back so we can sit up nice and tall. And we're going to extend just the left leg forward. We're going to make a figure four here. So the right leg is bent with the sole of your foot pressing to the inside of that left thigh. Flex those toes up so that your heel even draws off of the earth. And as we exhale, we're going to forward fold, but that right hand is going to come to the outside of that left leg, wherever you can reach. And we'll roll back up, drawing that right knee up. Left arm will hug the right leg, and we'll do the seated spinal twist to the right. Release your bind and return to the front. The knee is going to rest into the crook of that right elbow, and we're going to rock the baby. So that left hand can either just grab the foot and begin moving the leg, or if you want to go into the full pose, that right foot goes into the left, and the right goes into the right. And rock your baby. And as we release it down, let that right leg come to the outside of the left. Draw the left heel back to the right hip. Left hand will reach up to the sky and then reach as if you're patting yourself on the back. Right hand can either help that elbow and deepen your stretch, or if you feel like you might be able to do it, the right hand's going to reach up the back and see if your fingertips can touch in our open cow face. Excellent. Release the arms. You can give them a little shake out. Untangle those legs. We're going to plant the feet about hip distance apart. And just fold over the thighs so you rest your chest, let the head hang heavy, and our arms are going to wrap underneath the leg. So you can grab opposite elbows here. slowly, at your own pace, let the feet slide forward as far as it feels good. Once your chest starts lifting up off of the thighs, that's where your sweet spot is. You need to stop there. You want to keep the chest on the thighs. Unwrap those arms so we can sit up nice and tall. Straighten out those legs. Try to get the pelvis to tilt forward here, and you're going to feel that. Well, perhaps you'll feel it in your hamstrings. And we'll draw that left foot in, so the sole of the foot's the inside of the right thigh. Flex that right foot. With your next exhale, fold over the right leg with that left hand anywhere you want on the outside of that right leg. Rolling up to a seated position, draw that left knee up. Give it a hug with the right arm. Left hand comes behind you as you do your seated spinal twist. Release your binds. We'll do that rock the baby on this side. So again, you can just use that right hand and hold the foot and get some movement in the hips this way. Or draw that foot all the way up to the crooks of each elbow. And rock it side to side. Release that left foot crossing over that right leg. And draw the right heel back to the left hip. Make sure when you're sitting in this position, you can relax both hips square. So if you need the legs to open up a little bit, if you need to not be quite in this, whatever you need to protect the spine. You don't want to be in an awkward bend here. We'll reach up with that right arm and again, pat yourself on the back. Either help that elbow so you get a deeper stretch, or maybe this one's more flexible than the other side. You can give it a try. And reach up the back and see if your fingertips can touch. Release your open cow face. Untangle those legs. And this time we'll let the knees knock from side to side, doing a windshield. Hips will drop off of the mat, so go nice and slow so that it feels good. And once you feel a little bit looser, go ahead and swing those legs underneath us, and we'll come to our tabletop position, finding all fours. Your wrists should be lined up to the shoulder. Your knees should be in line with the hips and they're hip distance apart. Keep your shoulders active. You don't want to sink into them here. We want to keep it nice and pushing away. And we'll do what's called our cat-cow breathing. As you inhale, you're going to drop the belly, open the chest, and look forward. This is your cow. As you exhale, tuck in the tailbone and the chin, arching the back up into your cat. Inhale, return to cow. And you're just going to alternate between the two poses, following your natural breath. We'll do one more set and then meet in that flat back with a neutral spine. Draw the toes to touch together, and you're going to walk your knees out as wide as your mat. Sink the hips back to the heels. Your choice, you can either slide the hands forward and rest your forehead on your mat, or if this is a little too much tonight for the shoulders or the back, you can always just stack those hands underneath the forehead. And this is a child's pose. Rolling the back through cat, we're going to come back to our tabletop. So we're going to have to realign those knees to the hips, walk them back in. And then walk your hands forward to a puppy pose. So we're going to try to keep our knee in line with the hip, and you relax the chest down to the mat. If you want to deepen this stretch, look forward and rest your chin on the mat. And you could even come up on your fingertips. Again, we're going to roll through our tabletop, coming down to the elbows. When we're doing our plank, if you need to keep your knees down, you can, and you just push out of the shoulders. Or join me as we tuck the toes under and lift those knees up off of the mat. Our shoulders should be in line with the elbows here. And go ahead and relax the belly down to the mat, coming directly into our Sphinx, so we can relax the toes, lengthen the neck, keep pushing out of your shoulders. And as we exhale, relax towards the mat. Slide the hands back so they're in line with the rib cage. Keep the elbows pressing in and the shoulders down as we press into a cobra. So just a little back bend. Whatever feels good for you, you can stay as low as you want, or you can lift up higher. Just keep those elbows in and the shoulders down. Exhale, relax back down to your mat. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, relax. And last one, inhale to cobra. Draw your hips up, and we'll come back to our tabletop position. Extend that right leg out behind us. We're going to press into the heel and rock front and back. Lifting that leg up so the leg's parallel to the earth. Draw the knee in towards the nose and step your foot through so it's in between your hands. Give a quick look at the knee to the ankle. And once you know you're secure there and you don't have to scooch that foot forward, find your balance as you lift up. And then our arms can come up if you have your balance tonight. You never know with me if I will or not. Crescent lunge. As we relax the hands back down to the mat, we're going to shift our weight back to that left leg, straighten out the right leg, pull the toes up. And as you relax, think about the crown of your head going towards the top of the mat in a half split. If you want the challenge here, our arms are out behind us in an airplane. And we're going to shift our weight forward, so either walk your hands forward, return to that crescent, and exhale back to your half split. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, half split. Release your hands down if you were doing your airplane arms, and you're going to walk them to the left side of your mat. Pivot the left foot so it becomes a kickstand, and we're going to lift right up. Right hand will come down that right leg. Left hand just reaches up to the sky in a gate pose. And as we cartwheel the hands through, we'll come all the way down to the earth with that left hand, and right hand will reach up and over for supported side plank. Lifting with the core, we're going to come back up through center. Go ahead and bend your front knee. Hands are going to come on opposite sides of the foot here. And straighten out that left leg. Bring the right hand to the inside of your right foot. This is a lizard lunge. So this is the first option, and if it already feels really nice and you just want to stay here, just make sure when you get into the pose that you do lift the head and look forward. If you'd like to go a little bit further here, maybe come down to your forearms. And if you did, we're going to press back up. Tuck the toes of the left foot and we'll lift first to a low lunge. Left hand will stay planted. Right hand reaches up to the sky, spinal twist. Think about getting your hands as far apart from each other as you can. Right hand comes down to the outside of the right foot. Lower the back knee and draw that right leg back to meet the left in your tabletop position. Left foot reaches out behind us and press into the heel and rock forward and back. Lift that left foot into the air and then draw the knee into the nose and step the foot through. Check that knee to ankle as you lift once more up into a crescent lunge. We're going to shift back and forth between this and the half split, just like we did on the other side. You can use your hands or you can airplane. So if you'd like to do either one, we're going to shift our way back. Find your half split. Inhale, up to your crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, half split. One more. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, half split. Both hands are going to come down to the right side of the mat, and we'll pivot that right foot to be our kickstand, lifting up into the gate pose. So our left leg is straightened out in front of you, and you're resting on that right knee if you're able. And the left hand will just come down that straightened leg, and the right hand just reaches up to the ceiling. As we come back through center, reach down to the earth with the right hand. Left hand reaches up and over for a supported side plank. Pull yourself back up to center. Shift to the front of the mat. Both hands will come to the inside of that left foot. Straighten out the right leg so it's in alignment once again. And you're going to find your lizard lunge of choice. At least try what you did on the other side. You might not be able to do it. You might be able to. You might surprise yourself. And let's go ahead and push back up into the hands if you were down under forearms. Right hand will stay planted, left hand reaches up to the sky. If you want, you can tuck your toes and lift that back knee. The left hand will come to the outside of the left foot. Drop the back knee, and we'll bring that left foot back. So we're in our tabletop. One last time for this moment. Tuck both toes, and we're going to press the hips up to the sky, finding a downward facing dog. So press one heel in at a time. Think of the idea of being an upside down V. Shoulders stay active, pushing away from the earth. Just looking out past your feet. That'll get your ears in alignment with your forearms. And as the backs of your legs start to feel good, find your stillness. And try to draw the heels down towards the mat. Soften your knees. Walk the feet up to the hands nice and slow. And keeping the knees slightly bent, we're going to rest the chest onto the thighs. Hanging out in a rag doll, so maybe you keep your hands to help you stay balanced. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Regardless, we need to be upside down to help the blood flow up to our brain. Bending the knees deeper, we'll begin to roll up to a standing position. And we do this nice and slow because, again, we just got all that blood up to the head. We don't want to get dizzy, so we want to let it go back where it's supposed to be. So the head's the last thing that comes up into mountain pose. When you're in mountain pose, we're going to try to keep that tailbone tucked under. All four corners of the feet have equal weight. Make sure that core is engaged. And our shoulders are pressing down and back. Inhale, both hands all the way up. Let the right hand gently grab the left wrist, and we're just going to lean towards the right, letting the left hips counterbalance as they come out. Inhale through center. Switch your hands so that left hand grabs the right wrist and lean towards the left. And come back up to center. With a big exhale, we're going to swing those arms and come through a swan dive, finding your forward fold. Inhale just halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with your right foot. So we find first our low lunge. Then that left foot comes back, and we go right into a downward facing dog. As we roll forward, We're going to come either to a high plank, or you can feel free to lower the knees to a half plank. And keeping those elbows pressing in, slowly lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale back up to cobra. As you exhale, we're going to draw the hips back, tuck the toes, lift up to your downward facing dog. Bend your knees as you look to the top of your mat. You can just take your nice little steps back up to the top of the mat again if you want. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. We're going to stand all the way up. Hands come through to heart center. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot for a low lunge. Right foot to follow, coming right into a downward facing dog. Roll forward to find your plank or half plank, whatever feels good. And slowly with your exhale, lower to your mat. Inhale up to cobra. And pull the hips back with the exhale and lift up to your downward facing dog. Bend your knees deeply and look to the top of your mat. Make your way there any way you want. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand all the way up. Draw your hands through your heart center, and this time we'll let them come down alongside with the palms facing forward into mountain pose. And that was considered sun salutation A. So now we're nice and warmed up. You ready to start? No, I'm kidding. You're doing very good. You're halfway there. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right foot, and we're going to lift up into a high lunge. So feet are parallel, straight forward. Back heel is lifted up. And if you have your balance, those hands can come up to the sky. We're going to rotate the back foot so we can face that right side of the mat. Left leg is bent with that knee in alignment with the ankle. Arms are level, looking out over that left hand into a warrior two. Bring that left hand back behind us. You can clasp fingers and do a shoulder rinse, opening up the chest. If that's too much, you can always put your hands just back behind you on your hips and open up your chest that way. Wherever you are, we're going to begin with a flat back to fold over that front leg. Then you can relax the crown of the head towards the earth and let those arms come up over your head into a devoted warrior. Release the hands down to the mat. We're going to keep the left hand on the earth this time and reach up to the sky with the right. And bring that right hand back down. We're going to push off with that back foot. So you're going to shift your weight to the front. You can walk the hands in front of you so you keep your balance right into what we call a half moon. So just somehow have that right leg lifted. And the goal is to be parallel to the earth. And once you have your balance, if you want to try to bring that right hand up towards the sky. Release the right hand down to the mat. Draw the right foot in, right into a forward fold. Inhale halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. We're going to stand all the way up. And bring our hands to our heart center. Inhale, pressing all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. This time, take a big step back with the left foot, finding that high lunge. As you pivot the back foot, we're going to open up the shoulders to the left side of the mat. The right knee stays nice and bent over the right ankle. Look out over your right hand. Warrior two. Did we go into the devoted warrior now? Thanks, guys. So the right hand will come back, interlace your fingers and your shoulder rinse as you open the chest up. If it feels good right here, you want to stay right here, feel free. Or you can start by that flat back over the right leg. Or relax the crown of the head all the way to the earth. Release both hands down to the mat, opposite sides of that right foot. Low lunge. Keep the right hand planted, and our left hand is going to reach up to the sky. Release the left hand down. Push off with that left foot. And you're going to come into your half moon. And lower the left hand down to the mat. Draw your left foot next to the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. We're going to stand all the way up. Grab all that energy. Pull it in. Hands come through heart center. Open up alongside into your mountain pose. Inhale, both hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with your right foot. And we're going to walk both hands over to the right side of the mat. So we're in our wide-legged forward fold. You can stay here with your hands just directly behind, below the face, supporting, or you can begin to relax your elbows and let the crown of the head relax towards the earth. If you did do a full forward fold, let's walk those hands back out, directly below the face. We'll keep the right hand planted and that left arm's gonna swing all the way up to the sky. Take a moment, just relax. Bring that left hand down. Right hand will reach up to the sky. And come back down. We're going to do what's called a yogi squat. So you're going to walk your heel toe your feet in just a bit. You're going to drop your hips all the way down. So once you get down here, you're going to feel where you need to be. So maybe walk them a little bit more. We can just rock side to side, drawing the heel up. And if you feel comfortable and you find your stillness, elbows press the knees open. We're lifting up with the head, just like when we were in the beginning. Think of that string, even though our whole body is coming down. Our right hand is going to reach over to the left foot. Left hand is going to reach all the way, however high you can get it. Bring the left hand down. Left hand will grab the right ankle or foot. Reach the right hand up to the sky. Bring the right hand down. And we're going to release ourselves to sit onto the mat, drawing the soles of the feet together into what we call cobbler pose. Your hands can be whatever feels comfortable, whichever area you reach without straining. If you are all the way down to your feet, you can hook your pointer fingers around your big toes. Gently bounce those knees. Exhale, just relax into a forward fold. So we're not pulling on the feet, trying to draw ourselves down. We're just relaxing. And with every exhale, think about just surrendering a little bit more. So you're going to need to do some body scans. Notice if you have tension somewhere that you can let go. And breathe. Rolling up to a seated position. Keep the right leg bent, but we'll extend the left leg long out to the side. The left hand will come in front of that left leg, and the right arm is going to reach up and over for that side stretch, keeping your right hip heavy. And as we come back up through center, we'll go right into a spinal twist to the right. So the right hand comes back behind, left hand to that right knee, and look over the right shoulder. Releasing the bind. Extend the right leg long, so we're in a full straddle. Just like when we were in our staff pose, we're going to try to tilt that pelvis forward. The reason is that our connecting tendons that come to the sits bones, if we're sitting here, they go very passive and you're not getting your full stretch. As soon as you tilt forward, you activate that area. And if this already feels good, I always say that, just stay here and enjoy that. If you want to walk those hands forward, you can do that. If you want to relax the elbows towards the earth. Just go slow and stop when it feels good. And we're going to press all the way back up to a seated position. Draw the left leg in. Right hand in front of the right leg. Left hand reaches up and over for your side stretch. And as we sit up tall, we'll draw the right hand behind us, left hand behind us, right hand to the outside of that left knee, looking over the left shoulder. And release your bind. Draw that right foot in and just get into your version of your comfortable seat. So it might not be with that right leg forward. You might want to shift it around, whatever feels good. And we're going to roll out the wrists. Open the arms wide into a T. We're going to cross the right arm over the left. Bend the left elbow, and then we're going to wrap the right hand around to see if your palms can touch, and lift the elbows to be in line with the shoulders. Don't arch your back. If this isn't feeling comfortable tonight, either your shoulders or your wrists, you can always do the bear hug. These are eagle arms, sorry. And we're going to tuck the chin and just slowly roll forward as far as it feels comfortable. If you can come all the way down to the earth and tap, that's amazing. And wherever you are, engage your core to come back up to neutral. Open those arms wide. This time the left will cross over the right. Wrap around for your eagle arms or your bear hug. Are you tensing your hips right now? Try to relax your seat, and we're going to tuck the chin and roll forward. Engage your core to roll back up to our seated. And release that bind. Go ahead and plant the feet in front, just like we did before. And you're going to have them, you can have them touching this time. Hands are going to come back behind the thighs, and you're going to lift just the toes up here. So as you're doing that, you feel your body naturally shift onto the tailbone. Spine is nice and long. If you want, you can go into a boat pose. So maybe try one leg or both. You guys know the drill. There's always more. You can stretch those arms out. You can straighten the legs if you want. Go ahead and release the feet down, and we're going to roll all the way down onto your backs. We'll keep the feet planted. Left foot will stay down, right foot's going to just reach up to the sky and do our ankle circles. And go in the opposite direction. Lift the left foot up to meet the right. Our hands are going to come back behind us and cradle the back of your skull. Elbows will stay open. And lift up the shoulders into a crunch. And we're just going to do 10 of these. As you relax, we're going to draw both legs into the chest, give them a squeeze, and rock side to side. Release the right foot down to the mat and extend the left foot up to the ceiling and do your ankle circles on this side. Make sure you go in both directions. And draw the right foot up to meet the left. Cradle the back of your head. Elbows stay wide. 10 more crunches. Your choice, you can go back into where we're hugging the thighs to the chest, or if you want to do a happy baby this time, the soles of the feet stay facing the ceiling, the hands come to the outsides of the feet, and you draw those knees down to the earth, think about like towards your armpits, and give it a rock side to side. And draw the knees together once more. Extend just the left leg. And you don't have to go all the way long if you want to keep a slight bend in it. And that left hand is going to gently pull the right leg across the body while your right arm reaches out beside you. This will help keep your right shoulder anchored to the earth. And just gently go into a supine spinal twist. If it's comfortable, you can look over the right shoulder. And bring the head up center first, if you had that go to the side. And we're gonna bring the legs back up. Draw that left knee into the chest. Last time to give both of them a hug here. Release that right leg down to the earth. And again, you can keep a slight bend in it or straighten it all the way. Right arm will gently pull that left leg across the body as you extend the left hand out to the side. And maybe look over the left shoulder. Draw your head up to center first. Roll straight onto the back and let the left foot come down to the mat. Walk both feet as close to your sits bones as you can, a little bit wider than hip distance apart. So as close to the body. Your arms come down alongside with the palms pressing into the earth. You're going to press that lower back into the mat, so you're tilting your pelvis now the opposite way than we've been doing tonight. And then continue to lift those hips up off of the earth into a supported bridge. Last stretch, so if you want to go a little bit more, walk your shoulders in together so you can interlace your fingers and really press up into your bridge. If you did the bind, go ahead and walk the shoulders back out and slowly, gently roll all the way down. Do your pelvic tilt at the end so that lower back makes contact, and then you can relax. And we're going to walk our feet just out nice and straight. Think about the feet about as wide as your mat, and rotate the arms so that the palms are facing up. This is the corpse pose. And we're leading into our Shavasana at this time. So if you like to add any extra props to make this more comfortable, now would be the time to grab those. As you're lying here, you can start your body scan And again, notice if you're clenching somewhere, if you have any tension or soreness, and you can breathe into that space. Relax that area. Begin by relaxing the toes. Relax the feet. Feel the relaxation just gently, slowly move up through the body, coming first to the calves. Followed by the thighs. As your hips relax, your legs will rotate outward. And our core grows heavier and heavier into the mat with every exhale as we surrender that space. Relax the hands. Relax the arms. Allow the relaxation to move into the shoulders. Maybe take an extra breath here to try to encourage releasing the tension. Relax the neck. Press your tongue to the roof of the mouth, releasing the jaw. And relax the muscles of the face. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting gentle movement back into the body. And let those movements, if it's comfortable, slowly make you your way to lie on one side, cradling your head with your arm. This past weekend, I came across my senior yearbook, and I read how that naive 18-year-old talked about seizing the moment and writing chapters in our book that become our life. Now, when I sit here and look back at the story that has written it for me so far, there are definitely chapters that I won't reread. I don't want to revisit. Chapters that you feel like you're stuck in and you can't move. And then you have those chapters that are just amazing. And they seem in the moment to be the shortest chapters. But they don't have to be. As we are present in each moment, it's okay to reflect. It's okay to look forward. But don't forget to live where you are. It's all right to feel pain and happiness and hatred and love. It's just what makes us who we are. Draw to mind the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice, your why for being here. And we're going to invite that intention off of the mat with us. Bring it with you. Remind yourself of what path you're on. Help yourself to return to this feeling in times of stress or need. And whenever you're ready, you can join me in a seated position. So gently, slowly press your way up. And we'll press both palms together at the heart center. Let the chin sink to the chest. And it's important to close your practice the way that you feel is right for you. I like for you to remind you of 3 things, though. So you can either repeat and whisper this or just say it silently in your mind. But remind yourself, I am present. I am strong. I am loved. You are seen here today. Your energy made a difference, and I'm so grateful that you spent some time with me tonight. Let me be a part of that practice, and I look forward to being able to practice with all of you again soon. And I close then with our namaste.